Super Dad vlog number 5. Welcome back. I've been away for a bit. I've been busy, man. I've been helping my super dads. They're a priority. They are a priority. But I was always coming back, and I hope you've been good. How have you been? Corona's still here. President Trump had corona. The world, man, I read the other day that UFOs, the first time in history, the American government admitted to seeing UFOs. Don't know. What's happening? What is happening? Winter's here. Winter's here. Overnight, it's now dark at 7 o'clock. Are you still training? Have you adopted to the home workout like I told you to? I don't know. A lot's happening. 2020 is the year where a lot happened. It will make a great read in the history books, all right? We're back into a lockdown, like a partial lockdown. No one really quite understands the guidelines. No one really knows what they're doing. But are you looking after yourself? That's the question. Are you looking after yourself? I'm going to touch a topic that listen, I try not to comment or have an opinion on something until I've read well on it, all right? Listen to this. The UK has lowered its standards on food. What the heck? Or they're in the process of doing it. There should be riots in the street. What is happening in 2020? We are accepting worse food. We are in the middle of a pandemic, right? Where health should be the major issue, and we're lowering our standards of food. Just another piece of drama to add to 2020. All right, please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. This journey is one that I want to go on with all of you lot, all right? So make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment. Give me some feedback, topics, criticism, whatever, all right? Today's topic is so close to home to me. People will say this is irrelevant to do with health, okay? This doesn't make sense, but self-confidence, it is so relevant to everything, especially health, okay? I put a poll up a couple of weeks ago, and self-confidence won by a landslide. People wanted me to talk about self-confidence, and I want to talk about self-confidence, right? Why do I want to talk about it? Because I incorporate it into my training, all right? I incorporate it into my coaching. You're gonna think, how is he making? He coaches, he teaches people about exercise and nutrition. What's self-confidence got to do with it? It's got everything to do with it. All right. Listen, this is a massive issue. All right. People tend to struggle more with self-confidence than they do exercise and nutrition. Big statement. There's no stats to prove that, but in my experience, all right, if you was to tell me, do more people know what to eat, know what exercises to perform, or have a better idea of it than they have self-confidence? Do they have more in that? If there was a scale and it was exercise and nutrition information and self-confidence, I believe exercise and nutrition would outdo self-confidence somewhat, okay? People lack self-confidence. Why? There's some fucking clear, evident no-brainers, some real basic ones like social media, right? But I think it's a little bit deeper. I think there's a little bit of an innate behavior in us to be negative towards each other from birth. No, that's a lie, not from birth, but that we criticize each other from the early stages, okay? Not from birth, obviously. Okay, got a bit carried away there. A lack of education. I think that a lack of education means that you listen to someone else's opinion, okay? And if you listen to someone else's opinion of you, it will more than likely not meet the expectations that you have of yourself, all right? And if you listen too much, you're gonna start believing their opinion. This is why self-confidence is such a big thing. If you believe what other people think of you, you'll become it. you become it. And if someone thinks shit of you, you become shit. This ties in with all the topics I talk about in regards to the manipulative industry I'm in and how they tap into your insecurities when you're low in self-confidence, and they force feed you bullshit. Okay, these quick results, these fad diets, and they give you a false feeling of self-confidence over a short period of time, and then they fucking strips it away from you because you can't sustain it. What does that do? That gives you a worse feeling of deflation and inflicts more negativity on your mindset, lowering your self-confidence more so. All right? As you can see, I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate. Before I work with anyone, when I talk to people, I try to work out where they're at mentally, their self-belief, all right? And that's what I build from. Not their fitness capabilities, okay? Not their current calorie intake. It's their self-belief, their self-confidence. If someone is severely damaged on low in self-confidence, the last thing you want to do is give them a strict regime, a strict routine, and it damages it more so. Can you see how it ties in with health? But now I'm going to go fucking bigger. I'm going to go bigger. I'm going to bring self-confidence in life in, all right? Listen, I just think that we're fucking doing a bad job of looking after ourselves. I think we're doing a fucking terrible job. I think, and I think we're not even, what's making it worse is that we're promoting the bad behaviors that push low self-confidence. I think we're promoting it. I think there's savagery. Is it savagery that's now a big thing on the internet? The exposure, like nobody seems to be doing. No, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to do less than perfect. These kind of things are terrible for self-confidence, because if you're not reaching the expectations of other people, it's fucking damaging. You're always comparing yourself to a false position. No one's perfect. This for me is a massive problem in the health industry. It is a massive problem across the world in every industry, right? Education, okay? An example. So if a child knows the answer and doesn't want to communicate it because he lacks self-confidence, it's the same as not knowing the answer, because you're not going to communicate, you're not going to give the answer, right? So lacking self-confidence in that particular area, education, not communicating the answer, not telling people you know the answer. For example, you get asked a question, you don't have the confidence in a classroom to put your hand up, and you could lose. You could lose to someone who has a lesser skill than you, but has more confidence. We should be teaching self-confidence probably before we fucking teach ABCs, right? We should be teaching self-care. I'm sure they don't teach us because it would kill the economy. But listen, they should be teaching self-care in schools. Fucking first lesson every day. If you taught first lesson every day, self-care, positivity, self-confidence, you know how powered and charged people would be? Even in workplaces. Get my point, okay? So that's what I'm talking about. Self-confidence and the impact it has. All right? My own personal. So this one's not going to be too long today. This is more of a rant. Today. I'm going to tell you my own experience with self-confidence and lack of, all right? I don't know if you don't know, I used to play football, both professionally and semi-professionally, okay? I had to retire due to an injury. Being injured was one of the main reasons why I went on and furthered my education with in the fitness industry. But anyway, when I had to retire, I hit a low point, all right? There was zero self-confidence, man. Football was was where I got my confidence. Playing well, being applauded, being paid. That industry is where I got my confidence. And I dragged that into the rest of the world, right? So I was so low. And listen, it was an ego thing, man. And it was difficult to ask for help. Why? Because I believed myself to be this particular person. So there was definitely an ego thing involved. So I didn't want to help. I wanted people to think I was doing well. But my self-confidence got so low. Fitness and health. Focusing on my fitness and health helped me massively, all right? The reason why I'm using health is, the word health is because well-being, all right? My health, my mental health. There was a point I was so low, I was become stagnant. And I started questioning my abilities in all sectors. Not just, obviously football was over, but like my intellect. I've always had a problem with my intellect, and I thought that I was always lesser than someone because I didn't get the academic grades at school, all right? Even socially, I was losing confidence there because I didn't have the financial capacity to people please, all right? So I just got into a routine. That's the most simplest routine. I'll never forget it. I committed to eating better, partially eating better, removing particular things from my diet. So I stopped drinking, okay? This is crazy because alcohol was something that I believed gave me confidence, all right? False confidence, all right? So I stopped drinking. I committed to reading for 30 minutes a day, all right? And I committed to exercise once a day, all right? That exercise could look in the form of anything from stretching to lifting heavy weights, running, or body weight exercises, all right? There was some other things, but I'm just gonna keep it there. I just said I was gonna do it every day. Every day. And sorry, I also cut meat out. So I stopped eating chicken and beef and stuff like that. And I went to a pescatarian diet. So these things, yeah, they brought me together. And it's crazy how they brought me together because they allowed me to tick a box, which empowered me. It sounds so stupid. It gave me this self-confidence every day. I'd done something, so it was like, I can do this, yeah? But that was a little thing every day, momentum. And also, these metrics were increasing. Like, I felt a lot better because I was eating healthier, I was exercising regular, and I was reading more. So the reading gave me a wider perspective of things and understanding of people that have been on a similar journey to me. The eating, fucking, we all know what healthy eating does. And exercise, fucking the endorphins that we get from exercising. So the self-confidence, and there wasn't much external kind of plaudits. It wasn't that I was getting from it. This was an internal one, not like the football one. The football one was always looking for a well done, all right? But this one allowed me to create some self-confidence and self-belief, and I started recognizing things I could do, and it allowed me to push myself, all right? And then once I started pushing myself, the capabilities, I understood my capabilities were to a degree limitless, all right, in comparison to where I was at before. And I was very stagnant and very paralyzed by low self-confidence. And so that was my own personal experience of how self-confidence affected my health journey. Little habits compounded daily equals success. When I mean success, I'm talking about self-confidence. So just reassuring yourself you can do shit daily. I'm doing it. Like, I don't think people realize how strongly linked discipline is towards self-confidence. All right? Like, you committing to something you said you was going to do actually reassures you that you have the discipline to do it and the capabilities to do that particular objective, yeah? Doing something someone expects of you is only making them happy, all right? So that's why that self-confidence and discipline is so heavily linked. And I know it's not entirely us. The whole industry I'm in is fucking driven by your low self-confidence. The whole industry I'm in is driven by you being insecure. So I fucking understand that. I understand it. And it's not, when I'm saying my industry, but the whole world, man, the whole economy is built around your insecurity. So I think we fucking will have times. They expect the times of low self-confidence because everything out there is driven towards to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. All right. Start small. All right. I'm just gonna go back there. Just start fucking really small. Start really small. If you're low on self-confidence at the moment, like, just start small. Start with a small objective here that you set out to do a task and complete it. Complete it daily, and see what that does for your self-confidence. All right. That's my tip to you. That's my tip. Today's more of a rant. It's more of a rant. It's not a 2 and 4 for this because I won't do 2 and 4. I'm all for fucking self-confidence. There's not against, all right? My tip on how to acquire self-confidence, start small. Set yourself small tasks. Get a little checklist and tick them off. You will fucking start to empower yourself. Trust me. Whether it's exercise, work, family, just tick it off, okay? And make it daily small routines, all right? Compounded interest, compounded interest. So the one thing that I plateaued is I thought I was going to enter some kind of like enlightenment. Like after doing this for a certain length of time, I thought that I was all of a sudden it's gonna just not need any discipline anymore. And it was just gonna be me and I just fucking live it. To a degree, it's easier because I understand it and I've transitioned the habits, but it still requires commitment. It still requires equipment, and I'm forever searching. Like I've not stuck to the 30 rule. I've not stuck to that. I'm not like I've moved on beyond that. I'm reading for way longer than 30 minutes a day at a time now. All right, and exercising for way longer than that. So that. Don't think that it will ever get to the point where you can just, I'm here now, enlightenment. I am the perfect human that I want to be. Constant battle. All right? Massive rant, but I will not have a 2 and 4 argument for self-confidence. There's too much against us out there. If you want to see an argument against self-confidence, fucking turn on your telly, go on social media. There you go. All right? Question time. The questions. Do you eat cheat meals, Damo? Yes. And guess what? I don't call them cheat meals. I respect the term. I understand there's lots of terms in my industry that I respect, but I don't use. I respect the term. A treat, cheat meal, but yes, I do. Of course I do. Listen, I've designed my workout and nutrition allowing me to do so. Of course I eat cheat meals. You should not be that fucking absorbed by someone else's goals. If your goals are to be, I've said this in the last, to be a bodybuilder, to win Mr. Universe here, you probably might have to fix in that you won't have a cheat meal. But for the vast majority of us, do not be absorbed by that goal. Okay, you should be comfortably consuming, without feeling guilty, a cheat meal or alternative foods every week. It should be not a problem. All right, unless you're racing to results. Second question, what are the immediate steps to improve your nutrition? Kind of ties in with my what the first steps I took. For the general population of the UK, or the majority of people I work with, especially dads, reducing alcohol intake, sugar intake, and processed foods. If I was to say do 3 things, it'd be them 3 things: sugar intake, alcohol intake, and processed foods. All right. Thank you for coming back. Today was a rant. All right. Today was a rant. I am extremely emotional about this topic because it's fucking dear to me. All right. Do not let no one tell you any difference. Your confidence is key. Your confidence is key to your success, not just in the fitness and health industry, wherever, all right? And you have to understand that. You can't just think that if you do a test and you're low on confidence, all of a sudden easy answers will seem difficult. If you do bench at the gym and you normally do 100 kg. If you're low on confidence that day, 100 kg will feel like 200 kg. Don't let people lie to you and understand it. Work out what works for you, all right? Don't let fucking nobody or energy around you that drains you of your self-confidence, all right? Welcome back to the Super Dad vlog number 5. Today was one hell of a rant. Subscribe, like, comment. Thank you very much.